Snuffy were on a boat, heading for the North Pole. Snuffy was too excited to sit still and kept running from one end of the boat to the other. "We're almost there," Boris called out. "Hooray!" Boris and Barbara had family who lived at the North Pole, and Miffy and Snuffy were going with them for a visit. Boris let Miffy look through his telescope. She couldn't believe how much snow and ice there was. "It snows at home," said Miffy, "but I think it snows much more on the North Pole." Miffy laughed. "Oh, Snuffy, I know. We're nearly there." Boris sailed carefully past icebergs, and the boat quietly floated into the dock. While Boris tied the boat up, Barbara watched as Miffy took her first steps on the North Pole. Or tried to. The ground was covered with ice and snow, and it was very hard to keep her balance. But Snuffy didn't seem to mind the ice. She ran past Miffy, slipping and sliding. "Snuffy!" Miffy called out. "Wait for me!" Miffy slowly got used to walking on the ice. She looked around everywhere for any sign of Snuffy, but there was no sign of her anywhere. She looked in one direction, and then in the other direction. It was white as far as she could see. Miffy shivered. "It gets cold at home," she said, "but never this cold." "There you are," said Miffy. "And you found a new friend," she laughed. Then a head popped up over the top of another snow hill. "Hello," said Miffy. "My name is Umik," said the boy. "And that's my dog, Husky." Miffy and Umik laughed. "I'm Boris and Barbara's cousin, and I'm Miffy." "Come on," said Umik. "I'll show you around." "Have fun, Miffy," called Barbara. "See you later." They had a lot of fun playing in the snow. And so did Snuffy and Husky. Miffy and Umik made a beautiful snowman. Finally, they stopped by the water's edge. "This is my sledge," said Umik. "Do you like it?" Miffy nodded. Suddenly, she spotted something out in the sea. "Is that an iceberg?" she asked. That's just the very top of the iceberg. Most of it's underwater, explained Umik. Then a spout of water suddenly rose up out of the sea. Oh, did you see that? Cried Miffy. That's a whale, said Umik. A whale's nose is on the top of his head, so when he breathes out, the air goes straight up in the air. And look, a baby whale too. Looking out at the baby whale and her mother, Umik suddenly remembered he was supposed to be home already. My mother doesn't like me to be late. Hop in, Miffy. Husky pulled them across the snow-covered ground in Umik's sledge, and Snuffy happily ran beside them. Umik's mother was waiting for them, with Boris and Barbara, and everyone was happy to see each other. We shake hands at home. It's a funny feeling to rub noses instead, said Miffy. But I like it. Miffy looked at Umik's house. Is it made of ice? She asked, surprised. Of course. It's an igloo, said Umik proudly. Come inside, where it's nice and warm. Warm? Thought Miffy. How could it be nice and warm inside a house made of ice? But it was warm inside the igloo. They had brought a present. And Miffy gave it to Umik's mother. It was a beautiful potted yellow flower. Yellow is my favourite colour. You've brought the sunshine with you. And she thanked and hugged Miffy. At home, we plant these flowers in our garden, said Miffy. I can do it for you. Miffy and Umik tried to dig a hole. They tried using their hands, but the icy ground was too hard. They tried using a shovel, but that didn't work either. Even Snuffy couldn't dig a hole in the North Pole's icy ground. When Umik's mother called them inside for hot cocoa, they took the flower in with them. As the sun was going down, it started to snow. Inside, it was warm and cosy. Everyone sipped their hot cocoa and enjoyed how good it tasted. Miffy looked at the yellow flower and thought about her garden back home. She saw Umik's crayons and got an idea. If we can't plant flowers outside, maybe we can plant them inside. Soon they were all making beautiful drawings. Umik's mother coloured her flower yellow. Even Boris joined in and made his flower red. The more it snowed outside, the more flowers they coloured inside. When they were finished, they hung all of the drawings on the walls of the igloo. Now we have a flower garden, said Umik. The first flower garden on the North Pole, cheered Miffy. When it was time to say goodbye, Miffy and Umik rubbed noses and laughed. Even Snuffy and Husky said goodbye to each other. Thank you for your flowers, Miffy. I made you a present as a souvenir. Something to remember me by. A drawing of the igloo, the sledge and the whale. Thank you, Umik. I'll put it on the wall above my bed so I will always remember I have a friend at the North Pole. Soon they were on their way back home, and Miffy knew she'd never forget her time at the North Pole.